Hey, welcome to another edition of Local Focus. Football season just around the corner, a couple of months away. So we wanted to talk a little bit of football today, and a team that will be prominently featured on our weekly Game of the Week schedule, the Volcano Vista Hawks. So why not bring in one of their studs, Elijah Gonzales. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, what's going into the season right now? What prep are you doing right now?
Well, all I've been doing is lifting, trying to get bigger because I felt like I've been a little small for the last couple of seasons. But I've been lifting a lot and just doing a lot of footwork. Yeah.
Okay. And when does it really, like, I know football's a little different, right? Because it's not like, there's not like the full quote unquote club off season, right? Because all the other sports play club, and it seems like it doesn't ever stop. But football is a little different in that regard, isn't it? Talk about that.
Yeah. It's basically an all year around, but you don't hit, you don't tackle, you don't do none of that. All you can do is some training like 7-on-7s or with a trainer, and then lift. That's basically it. You can't like go out and play tournaments with like how you do with baseball or something.
So I mean, how is that? That's pretty different, right? So how does that affect, I guess, the product, right? Like how do you stay sharp knowing that you can lift,
Yeah.
do 7-on-7s, but like you said, it's not like basketball where you're playing 100 games a year with your teammates, right?
Yeah.
So how does that make football more difficult?
Well, I don't know. Like it's like the only time you're gonna be at the top of your game is probably mid-season or towards the end during playoffs or something like that. You start off super rusty because you're not used to getting hit. Your neck gets sore, your body hurts, everything hurts. But once you get towards the end of the season, yeah, that's when you step up your game.
So, but I mean, and then how do you build the chemistry when you don't have all those games during the summer? Is that kind of built in the weight room? Is that built during the off season, or does it not really start until you hit the field? How does that work?
Oh yeah, Coach Wallen's been preaching about it. Actually, he's our team. We're gonna be fairly new to each other because it's a lot of the JV kids coming up. So we've been lifting with each other every single day, doing a bunch of 7-on-7s, doing some spring field work, Tuesdays and Thursdays, early in the morning. So it's built. We're building a lot of chemistry with the team by lifting together and putting all those blood, sweat, and tears in. So yeah.
Well, we want to get back to it, like a little season preview at the end of the show. But I want to talk about you now. When did you start playing football?
I was super young. I started playing football when I was 4, about to turn 5, with Wolfpack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, do you even know what's going on though when you're 4?
No, it's more like
It's
hugging.
more like here's the ball
yeah.
and run, right?
And then when you tackle, you hug and you just like fall down to the ground.
Right. Yeah, it is like that. You're right. So, like, when does it actually become football? That's a great analogy. That's so good. I wish I had used that when I was broadcasting Yaffle. It really is. But when does it like turn into real football? When does it not just here's the ball, run as fast as you can?
Well, when I started, it was 4 through 8 years old, so it was basically the full like contact right away. I wouldn't play as much because I was 4 years old and I was young, so I would be seeing them actually tackle each other. But no, for me it started right away. But I think I didn't actually start playing super like rough and all that until probably like 7 years old.
Okay, all right. And so what other sports did you play?
Well, I played basketball, baseball, water polo. I swam, and soccer.
Okay, so you like everything.
Yeah.
Did you have was football a favorite right away, or what?
Oh yeah, 100%. That's all I'd do. I'd be in the house throwing the football around, and then finally once my younger brother came, I was able to play with somebody. So yeah.
Which was the one you wanted to stop the first? Like, okay, I've had enough of this.
Probably swimming or soccer.
Why are those two?
Swimming was that was crazy. It was a lot of shoulder work, and I was all right at it because I won state. But
that's more than all right.
Yeah.
So,
but no, it was tough on you because you just be in the water 24/7, and then soccer you just be running around. I didn't even know how to play really.
you said water polo. Like water polo to me. So when I was in middle school, I was growing up in Sacramento. We had to do a couple of weeks of water polo in PE, and that may have been the most god awful thing I've ever had to do in PE. Just the treading water part of it, right? Like that. Talk about water polo a little bit because that's so kind of out there, right? It's a fringe sport.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Oh, that's probably one of the toughest sports you play. You're taking the whole body. Your whole body has to be in it. You're getting drowned. You're not being able to breathe. you're getting scratched with people's nails. That's a crazy sport. I give props to people who play those.
So we never did any of that crazy stuff in PE, right? But so you're telling me, like in competitive water polo, it's pretty bad, huh?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you get pushed down to the ground. The ground's probably 20 feet under you, but you get pushed under the water. Yeah, no, you feel like you're about to die.
Right. So you stopped that real quick.
Yeah, real quick. I probably only played a season of that.
Okay. So did was football the easiest for you always, or what was the easiest to you?
Football probably came the easiest to me, and then second was probably baseball.
Okay. So, and those are pretty different. Like you don't see that crossover is not too common, right?
Yeah.
The football, baseball crossover, not too common. What things translate in both?
Probably the footwork, because football gets you the footwork, so like side to side or like straight up and down, running the bases and fielding ground balls. But the only difference is really, well, actually no, because I used to play QB, so I'm used to throwing the ball, so that honestly helped me with being able to throw the ball pretty hard.
What about off-season stuff when you're getting ready? How is it different to prepare for baseball than it is for football? What are you doing getting ready for baseball?
Well, once football season ends, I focus more on baseball, so football takes a step back, and baseball just comes primarily my number one, and I do that all the way up to probably July. I do in the cages like almost every day, on the field every other day. I probably start doing football back up July once summer workouts start, and I do a lot of, well, I live throughout the year, but
very bad. Bad. The host's phone goes off. That only happens on the Steve Davis show. Wow, I can't believe. Sorry, continue.
No, you're good.
We're not even going to edit that out. No, we're going to leave it. All right, okay.
No, I start up football in July once summer workouts start. But it's tough because I can't be in the weight room too much, or else my body's too sore to play baseball.
Right.
But I also can't be on the field too much, or else I'm not going to get bigger. So
right.
It's a tough.
And then baseball. You're talking about baseball, and I'm reminded because I had Gene Trujillo on the program, and we talked hitting for what seemed like hours. But it seems like that's a lot of work. Hitting, right? That's a daily thing. So when football goes, how much baseball stuff are you doing, if anything, during football?
Well, I probably go to probably 1 or 2 tournaments, but my body's hurting so bad. I'm probably swinging the bat around maybe 100 times during football season. But no, my body's hurting throughout the tournaments when we go, because it's like this last season before I got hurt against Cueva, I was supposed to go to a tournament and a showcase to show off my skills and all that stuff for baseball, and my body was hurting. So yeah, it was super tough.
And obviously those are the two that have stuck around, right? So have you ever thought about picking one, or you committed to doing both?
I really, like, my perfect world, I would totally do both in college. Yeah, but maybe the next Bo Jackson.
Oh, there you go. All right.
No, but I would love to do both, but yeah, no, I'm open to either one in college.
All right, we'll take a break here. We'll pick up on that when we get back.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
All right, we were talking a little bit of baseball before we went to break. So, first of all, what would mean more, winning a state title in baseball or winning a state title in football?
That's a tough question. I would love to win both. Perfect world, win both. But and we could honestly probably do it this year.
Right.
But no, maybe in football, because we haven't had one in Volcano. So
right.
We've had one in 2019, I think, in baseball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably football. I would love to.
What a perfect segue you just made to my next question. All right, I know this is a question that has been lingering over the program, but what do you guys have to do to get over that hurdle?
Well, we've changed the I want to say chemistry, but just the way we have in the locker room and everything. We're starting to push each other a lot more. We don't let anyone get away with anything. So like if someone's like doing something not
stupid, you can say it. Someone's doing something stupid.
Something stupid. We call them out and we tell them to stop and we keep each other accountable.
Right. Because I would imagine, and then I don't know, so I'm going to ask you, is that something that gets talked about? I mean, because it's something, certainly us media folks, we talk about it, right? Like, when are they finally going to take that next step?
Yeah.
When are they going to win the big game? When are they going to beat this team? Is that something that kind of has started to build a cloud over the program, or is it something you guys just go do your thing and you just ignore it?
Yeah, we have this thing called fifth quarter after we lift. So our lifts are really tough. We have a coach, Bulat Sidikov. He came in this year. He used to play in the 2019 team.
Right.
He came. He's our lifting coach now. He pushes like crazy. So we have this thing called fifth quarter, and we lost to Cleveland. So we had the lead in the semifinal game, and then lost in the fourth quarter. So we have the thing. We have the halftime score and the final score posted everywhere around our locker room. So for something for us to push, and the fifth quarter is right after we lift. We do 13. I think we were at 24 was the halftime score. So we do 24 squats or 24 pushes, whatever we're doing, and then we do 42 because I think the final score is 42 to like 24, something like that. We do 42 like planks or something like that too. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like hell.
Yeah, it's not fun at all.
So it's definitely something you guys talk about then.
Mm-hmm. All the time. Yeah, that's something we want to. Well, at least for Coach Wallen, but also for the team, we want to win him a state championship soon.
And so, what do you think has prevented that in years past? I mean, obviously, there's another team on the field.
Yeah.
So you can't just always say, okay, Volcano didn't get it done.
Yeah.
Because there's another team on the field, and that's usually a really good team, right? But what are some things you think you guys have to do to take that next step this year?
I think we usually take teams for granted sometimes, and we think that we're going to roll past them, which is not the case. We mostly lose when the semifinals or something comes around. But
this is almost like therapy right now. It feels like therapy, right?
Yeah. No, we have to just get past that hump this year, and I think we really could do it.
So you think? Let me ask you this: more of a mental hurdle than anything else?
Oh yeah, 100%. Mental. Physically, we're there. We're with the other team. We're probably better than the other team. We just can't get past it mentally.
What have some of the guys that have gone through the program kind of said about this to you?
They told me just don't take any game for granted. Like Tyler Martinez, Elliot, they want me to be the leader this year so that I could help the team try to win a state championship and help others grow.
Right.
And grow.
Because it is a pretty impressive program that you guys have built there, and pumping kids into college now. They're playing at the next level. So the only piece left, obviously, is that state championship, right?
Oh yes, I can't wait for this season because I think we're gonna be a contender for the state championship.
Tough schedule, that's for sure.
Oh yeah,
we have a lot of those games on the My 50 Game of the Week. Is there games that you circle on the schedule before the season?
100% probably Rio Rancho, Cueva, and Cleveland. Those ones, because last year we lost to Cleveland and lost to Cueva. We beat Rio Rancho, but they're going to be a good team this year. No, we really want to beat Cueva and Cleveland, mostly Cleveland.
Okay. And then do those rivalries carry into baseball as well, since you're unique to talk about that, right? Do they carry?
Oh, yeah. Nate Wallen, me and him, we hated those three teams. Whenever we played them in baseball, we would trash talk them. We would do as much as we can to get in their heads. We lost this year to Cueva and to Rio Rancho, but we did beat Rio Rancho, and that was probably one of the best times me and Nate had.
Okay. Now, but we're talking about these rivalries, and I love talking about rivalries, but are there still real rivalries in high school sports? Because, I talked to Cleveland guys about their rivalry with Rio Rancho, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it means a lot," and then we go hang out. So that's to me, that's not a rivalry if you're friends and you're hanging out. So is there real rivalry still, or is everyone just kind of cool?
No, there's a couple kids that I wouldn't talk to. Like if I saw them right now, I wouldn't talk to them just because they're on their other team.
Oh.
But
can we get some names or
no? Okay.
No. All right. I like that though. But that's good.
No, probably Cleveland, I probably wouldn't talk to most of them. The only person I really talk to is like Aguirre or Madrano.
Okay.
Cueva, I have friends on there like Posa, but the rest I don't really talk to that much. And then Rio Rancho, I barely talk to any of them. Yeah, no, I don't like any Rio Rancho kid.
All right, so that's real rivalry.
Yeah.
Then. And so, like, game week against rivals, how is it different?
That week's fun because everyone's in practice. We're going 100% more, and we're going way more harder, way more tougher. We're hitting harder. We're just taking every play as if it was a game.
And like, how is it on campus?
It's like a spirit week. So like against Cibola, they do a bunch of like dress code thingies. Like
now Cibola, they hate you.
Oh yeah.
Like I've talked to some Cibola kids, and they hate Volcano Vista, right?
Yeah,
like so that's a real kind of rivalry thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, they've been.
What has caused this animosity?
Well, I mean, I think the last time we lost them was a while back, so we've kind of been the older brother to them.
Right.
Everyone that wants to go to school to Volcano and they end up to Cibola, they're kind of sad because.
Oh, it's like their second choice school.
Yeah,
or their backup
100%.
school.
100%.
Like a safety college.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had got some room. The buzz was the last couple of years was that you guys are dirty. And that's why they didn't like you guys, right? Some injuries happened on the Cibola side that they thought maybe were intentional. So that stuff really, that talk is real, right?
Yeah, like when Aiden Chavez, he broke his ankle against us. Yeah, no, that was totally accident. Like we didn't mean that for.
But it has fueled a rivalry, right?
100%, yeah.
But then it got a little crazy at a basketball game too, right? Like.
Yeah, that was a lot of stuff that happened. Like, I would say like before.
Right.
And
that was before your time.
Yeah, social media and stuff.
Yeah.
So
like, we joke about it now, but like there was a little incident at a basketball game, right? So like as an athlete on the court or on the field, you're trying to do your thing and then fans get crazy. What's that like as an athlete?
I mean, it's fun to watch.
Okay.
It's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
But no, we try to keep out of it and we try not to like let it linger in our gameplay or anything.
Right. Because, I mean, I got to say one thing. You guys probably have the best student support. I think Volcano's student section probably brings it like no other.
Oh, yeah.
That's something you guys probably notice as athletes.
Yeah, that they give us the hype for the games. Like when we run out of the tunnel, we see the crowd and we see how packed it is in the student section. They have our backs for sure. My
absolute favorite is the guy in the student section at basketball games that pretends to be blind, that's dressed like a ref with the stick.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Who's that?
Christian Abeda.
Okay. Yeah, that's my absolute favorite.
His brother actually played on the team with Tyler Martinez.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's just walking around with the walking stick, like he'll walk on the floor, and that's my favorite one. All right, we'll take another break. We'll get back with Alijah more after this.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of Proview Networks.
Back with Volcano Vista's Alijah Gonzales. All right, I want to start off with the top 5 list. You've seen the program, right?
Yes.
So you know what to do here. Top 5 things we don't know about Alijah Gonzales. Number 5.
Well, I won state in swimming.
Okay.
Yeah, backstroke actually.
All right. Was that your only event, or did you do all of them?
No, I did every single one. I got 3rd in state in freestyle actually.
Okay. Yeah. Which one's the hardest?
Probably butterfly.
Yeah, the butterfly doesn't make sense to me.
No, that one's. I don't know how to use my feet when I'm swimming.
Yeah, no, me neither. Like anyone can freestyle. Backstroke's pretty easy, right? But yeah, no. Okay, I struggle with the butterfly too. So all right, that makes sense. All right, number 4.
My family has a ranch in Chama that we love to go spend time over there. I love it over there.
Okay, giant ranch.
Oh,
like,
it's pretty
like
big.
Super outdoor activities, like weekends.
Yeah, we go up there usually probably like 9 times a year, probably. Yeah, we have my grandma lives out there, so we go and see her, and then we just spend time with the ranch. And
Okay, all right. That'll be a lot more fun when you're over 21. Trust me. All right, number 3.
Stuff. I used to play actually basketball until COVID happened.
Okay, so
Yeah.
why did you stop hooping?
Well, it was hard to try to play football, baseball, and basketball
Right. Yeah, you
because
don't really
everything
get
was pushed to one semester. So I kind of just like stopped playing because I wanted to focus on football and baseball.
All right, number 2.
When I was younger, before I was born, the doctors told my parents that I wouldn't be like coordinated and be able to play sports or anything actually.
Boy, were they a little off. So, all right, wow. Okay, that's super interesting. So, how did they know?
Well, I wasn't moving in my mom's stomach, so they thought I was dead, or I would just come out and be like basically a vegetable, and I wouldn't be able to do anything.
So, basically, anything you're doing right now is like a huge win.
Yeah. I'm able to play football, baseball, and do anything. I'm a pretty athletic guy. So yeah, it was very
And needless to say, your family has switched doctors since then.
yeah.
Right? All right. I mean, where did he get his degree? Right? Like one of those internet colleges?
Yeah.
Boy, was he off. All right. Number 1 thing we don't know about you.
I'm very strong in my faith, so I'm a very strong Christian. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how does that influence you on the field and all that?
I try to play every game or anything I do for God, and like I try to pursue Him off the field and on the field. So I try to show that you could be a Christian and show and be a good player too. Yeah.
And so does that kind of provide a camaraderie maybe with other guys that normally wouldn't present itself?
Yeah. I think a lot of people have actually started going to church because I've shown them that like you feel better, like it gives you a peace that you're right with Him and that you're doing things for Him. I think a lot of people have actually grown closer because of that.
Is that something that started at a young age, or?
Yeah, I've been in the church since I was born, really. So I've looked at Tim Tebow because he's been like my role model, trying to be like an athlete and a Christian.
Right.
So he's been the guy I look up to, really.
Okay, Tim Tebow, I can dig that. All right, family-wise, you come from a very athletic family, right? So take us through that.
Well, my sister played sand volleyball. She swam. She did all that soccer. She was.
But those are like 3 hard, like sand volleyball, soccer, and swimming. Like those are like probably the 3 hardest endurance sports, right?
No, she was really good actually at volleyball. She was supposed to go play for UNM before they cut the beach program.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
My brother, he plays football, baseball, and basketball. That kid, he's gonna be good. He's probably gonna be better than me in high school.
Okay. All right. You think he's gonna do all 3? Like if you had
I think he has the ability to do all 3. I don't know if he's gonna want to do basketball with baseball, but I think he can.
And how is that at Volcano there? Are you guys encouraged to be multiple sports guys? Are the coaches good with sharing athletes? Is that a good thing? Because it's not the same at every school, right?
Yeah.
So how is that?
No, Coach Wallen wants us to play. If we're not playing if we're not just playing football, he wants to play track or baseball, basketball. He wants us to be being active, so we're not just sitting on the couch.
Right. Okay. All right. And then what else?
My dad played college football at Adams State. And my mom was supposed to go swim in college too.
Okay. The Grizzlies, is that Adams State?
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
Very impressive, right? All right, there you go. Okay, so kind of you grew up around it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I grew up watching football. We didn't really watch baseball. I mean, we're still not really watching baseball. The only time we watch baseball is like World Series or College World Series. We don't really watch it during the regular season. But football, that's my go-to. That's probably one of my favorite sports.
What do you think around the house, Thanksgiving, etc.? Are you guys still naturally competitive? How does all that, since you guys all play sports?
Well,
are you guys doing time trials in the pool? Seems like you guys all have swimming in common.
When we do go to the pool, my mom always wants to race me, my sister, and my brother. My brother's not too good at swimming, but my sister and me, we always race. My mom races us. Actually, me and my brother used to play like a little game. It would be like a little football game. We used to tackle each other inside and stuff. Whenever I beat him, he used to start crying and yelling. And my dad would just tell him, if you're gonna cry, just don't play it.
Right.
Yeah, no, we're super competitive.
Okay. Where did this nickname come from, the A Train?
It came from my 8-year-old Yaffle coach, his Coach Jones.
Okay.
Mike Allstott, he's the real A Train.
Right.
And he watched him play, and he's like, he just reminds me of him. So yeah, that's where I got it, because in Yaffle I was a little bigger.
It's just kind of stuck.
Yeah, and I'd run people over, and that's really all I do when I would down the ball. So yeah, that's just stuck the whole time.
Okay. All right. And do you have some guys in the league that you kind of look at and model your game after? Or who are some of your favorites?
My favorite is probably, I started at Saquon because I just wanted to have legs like him. And then right now I've been watching since probably he was in high school, was B. John Robinson.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite running backs, and I'm trying to be like him more.
All right, so what's next? You talked about you dream scenario is you play both, right? But that doesn't happen very often.
Oh, no.
Right? So what's next? What is the recruiting process in either sport looking like right now?
Well, I have interest in both. I have interest a lot more in baseball, but no, I hope I can play both in college. Hopefully that would happen. But baseball is coming around more. Football that one's there, but not too many schools are looking at me. So I'm kind of leaning towards baseball,
right.
But I'm still open for football.
If you had to pick one, if it ever came to a time where you had to pick one, what would that be?
I think maybe I have more of a future in baseball, so I might end up choosing that one more. But I think I could still try my hardest to play football too.
Right. And some of the smaller schools though, right? The chances of playing both are high at a smaller school, right?
Yeah, like at maybe a JUCO or a D3 NAIA. Yeah, I think I probably could play both over there if it's a small school and good at one sport, one or the other. No, but I think I have a chance to play both, but we'll see what school I end up at.
Right. And so what kind of, what does this process look like for you now? You're still trying to do both. You're gauging interest from both, but what goes into making that decision?
To make the decision to play which sport, I'm probably just gonna pray about it, and I'm gonna ask God if which one will I have a future in, which one will take me farther in life. But I think my baseball club coach Jim Dixon, he's been pushing me to do baseball a lot more. He doesn't like the fact that I'm playing football, but he likes that I'm still being active. Right. So.
Well, good luck in both.
Yeah, thank you.
Football season right around the corner,
Yep.
So I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and good night.